Listen closely, my dear. This isn't just about grasping something new or getting a warning. I'm reaching out to encourage you to take that next step in your journey. There are some beings with you right now that I've sent your way. They didn't just happen to be here. They have a really profound purpose. You've got a design for your life that I envisioned even before you came into this world. There's another option ready to keep you safe, but it all comes down to the choices you make. They're keeping an eye on how you'll react. You're truly one of a kind, my dear. You've always felt this deep down, haven't you? When you take a closer look, everything starts to make more sense. The tough paths you've walked and the pain that seemed overwhelming. It wasn't just some random pain. It was getting you prepared. It was getting you ready. I've always noticed your sadness, all those tears you shed when you were all alone. It seemed like every moment you were all alone. Every quiet plea you sent out when the shadows seemed to close in. I saw it all happen. Oh, I totally remember those times. I know all about your past. I've got your future path in my hands, and the ones I sent won't be around forever. I saw you wrestle. I caught every sigh you kept to yourself. I responded by helping to build up what was delicate within you. You thought the pause was a punishment. I was building a safe space inside me that wouldn't be disturbed by the chaos outside. Every moment counted. Even in the dark, I was setting up meetings, perfect moments, connections, and plans that you just couldn't see. What seemed like a delay was really just a divine rehearsal. Every quiet moment had its own significance. And even though it felt like I was standing still, I was actually grounding your purpose with threads that only I could create. You might have felt overlooked, but in heaven's ledger, you were right there at the forefront of change. I let the silence hang there, not to hurt you, but to protect you from voices that might have diluted what I was nurturing in your spirit. This was the time out. It was a special season for me, where I was letting go of old attachments, clearing out the negativity, and reshaping the parts of my story that needed a fresh start. I get that it really pushed your limits. I get it. You were really hoping for more and more clarity, more assurance that you had company on this journey. But I had to keep the blueprint under wraps until you were ready to take it on. You went through challenges that could have brought others down. You made it through what others couldn't because you're anything but not ordinary. You have a particular purpose that I've assigned to you. Are you going to take in what I'm sharing with you right now? You're not here by chance at this moment, my dear. I brought you here. I came into your life to bring you to this moment. You felt that pull before, right? During quiet moments, in times when laughter seemed empty, and in successes that felt a bit off. Those were my earlier soft calls. But now, my dear, you can hear me loud and clear. It brings a feeling of urgency that you haven't felt before. It's time to make a choice. This chance might not come around again. The feeling you're experiencing inside you at this moment, that warmth and movement, isn't fear at all. Your spirit is picking up on this moment. Your true self remembers this moment, as I was aware of it even before the world was created. The spiritual realm feels really close at the moment. The ones I sent are all set to go. Even a little pause from you can really mean something in the spiritual world. You were made just for a moment like this, a time of transformation. You weren't meant to just blend in, to get by, or to keep trailing behind me all the time. You're meant to tackle and get through tough times, changing the course for those who come after you, dealing with the struggles you've encountered and the challenges you've faced. It's been powerful because the purpose I placed inside you stands up to the darkness. The design of your journey, shaped by the presence nearby, carries the purpose I have for you. It's all set to be shown. Just remember this, my dear. There's no promise that someone will always be ready to protect you. It really comes to life when you decide to join me on this journey. Hey, just wanted to say that my mercy is back once more. We're running out of time for this now. This is all the time we have available. Listen up. You've got a power that you might not completely get yet. Just being present can really shake things up in the darkness. This is why some people struggle to get close to you. The light you carry shows what they'd rather keep under wraps. Until you really embrace who you are meant to be, that light inside you will stay dim instead of shining brightly and clearly. The ones I sent really see you for who you are in my eyes, my dear. They're ready to move forward as soon as you give the green light. You felt my earlier calls, didn't you, my dear? The spiritual world has reached out to you before. Way back when, there were gentle nudges, times that shook up your calm, realizations that popped up during those quiet moments. Sometimes you feel this heaviness, hear thoughts that seem so true, and sense a presence in a space that's hard to explain. You weren't just imagining those things, my dear. I was the one who reached out to you. Many folks tend to miss this. If I really want to connect with someone, I'll keep reaching out until they find some time for me or until the opportunity slips away. You sensed it even as a kid, right, my dear little one? It's that sense of being unique, noticing things that others overlook. Even when everyone else was going along with the crowd, there was a part of you that held back, that wasn't being stubborn. It was all about keeping safe. You were being looked after, even from your own habits. But then life started to get a bit more intense. The challenges started piling up. You began to make some changes. My call got drowned out by the chaos of growing up, about connections that fell apart and the pain that cut deep. The world tried to make you forget who I intended you to be. I haven't forgotten about you. I've been keeping an eye on things. Whenever you stood up against something wrong, even when no one was around, I noticed. Whenever you gently reached out for help, even if you thought I might not catch it, I was listening. Each time you found yourself sitting with the pain of loneliness, deciding not to run away from it like others often do. That was strength, not the absence of it. You probably didn't notice it, but those moments were preparing you for what's ahead. Every moment we spend waiting really counts. Each moment of silence mattered. Every time you faced a setback or encountered a challenge, it was all part of preparing you for what I have in store. Just keep this in mind. These gentle calls won't be around forever. Ever had that moment when you're on the verge of making a decision, feeling that strong pull inside you, but then you hesitate and it just slips away? That's more than just forgetting. Your spirit's willingness is starting to feel a bit worn out. Looks like you've really had to pay a price for that. Once again, I'm offering you my mercy. I'm calling you again. This moment is connected to everything that came before it. It's like picking up where we left off. A new chance to connect. But this time, the way I'm calling has changed. It's definitely not a soft touch. You really need to feel this urgency. This is about making a decision, not just starting fresh. That's why it seems heavier. It's even more important now. Time's running out. The purpose I placed within you is now well underway. It's all set to be experienced, and the time to experience it doesn't wait around. The design for your life is exactly what I had in mind for you, even before you came into this world. It's all set and ready to go. It's not that it needed to be finished, but rather that you have to agree for it to be accessed. You've got to clear the path for it to be revealed. And when that happens, you'll recall the true essence of who you were always meant to be. The amazing possibilities you felt, the ones that appeared just out of reach. Listen up, my dear. They weren't just dreams. They were glimpses of the life I envisioned for you. That's the real you I see, my dear, not the one weighed down by doubt or tiredness. The person I see you as is already right here with me, standing strong. But, my child, you won't really be able to take that strong position until you understand how I see your true identity. So, here's why the people I sent are back with you now. A part of your spirit has awakened again. I'm starting to feel less unresponsive. Your inner spark is shining brightly once more. The Dark One wanted hopelessness to wrap around you, to let hurt take over completely. But, my dear child, you picked yourself up, and I saw it happen. I can relate to what you're going through. Your deep feelings show that your spirit is still awake and can sense what's around you. If you were really lost, you wouldn't feel anything at all, but you really feel things deeply. I've given you that ability to sense things, a way to see what's real. The Dark One called it a weakness to attempt to silence it, but I call it clear seeing. So, here you are again, my child, faced with a moment where you have to make a choice. This time, though, the path ahead of you feels really solid, both in the unseen world and in the one you can actually touch. The exact place you find yourself right now, in your own surroundings, really matters. This is a spot where an important change is about to happen for you. Do you remember that quiet inner call you felt before? It's back, my dear, and it feels more pressing this time. Right now, there's a unique opportunity for you to take advantage of. It doesn't go on forever. This moment has a definite limit, and that's exactly why it's important. This opportunity won't always be around. Just take a moment to understand this, okay? The choice you make here isn't just about you. It reaches out, connecting with other souls, even the ones you haven't met yet. The choices you make right now really matter for a lot of people. Every moment you hold back creates waves in places you can't even see. This summons isn't just about your own well-being, it's for every spirit that's connected with yours. I just want to share something with you. Every moment of confusion was put to good use. Every cry was heard and acknowledged. Each question opened the door to a more meaningful connection. When you asked me why, it didn't feel like you were rebelling. You were stretching out. It's not like you were questioning my character. You really wanted to know how my promises would take shape in a world that seemed empty. So, let me share what I was up to behind the scenes. I was managing a lot more than you might think. I was a bit sneaky about what was hidden. I was putting together pieces that needed to be just right, so when the moment arrived, it wouldn't just feel great, it would stick around. I couldn't provide you with clarity too soon because getting it too early would have caused you to act too quickly, and jumping the gun could have messed up everything I was getting ready for. You had to stick around long enough to get not just some guidance, but also a deeper connection. So, that's what I'm up to right now. I'm sharing. I'm letting you see things you weren't able to see before. It's not about what you see with your eyes, but what you feel with your spirit. This clarity comes from connection, not just ease. This is a direction that can change when you compare it to something else. I'm clearing things up. I'm revealing not just what's ahead, but also who you really are within me. You won't let those other voices influence you anymore. Once you've figured out how to just be in the moment, you won't feel the urge to go after signs anymore. I know you're looking for answers, and I'm here to provide some alignment for you. I heard you wanted some insight, so here's a bit of wisdom for you. You're looking for direction, and I'm here to help you find your identity. This clarity won't disappear when challenges arise. It'll help you stay connected as you go through them. From now on, you'll move with a fresh sense of steadiness. It's not about everything around you being perfect. It's about finding that inner peace from the truth you've been waiting to hear for so long. You're not the same person you were when you first asked me that. And that's why this answer goes beyond just words. It's like a refreshing reset that will reveal what your previous perspective couldn't grasp. You've been watching the clock, counting hope as those moments slip away, thinking about how I noticed just how tightly you held on while everyone else kept moving ahead. You've seen time turn into a burden rather than a friend, and each moment that goes unanswered just adds to the tiredness in your spirit. But hey, I haven't been keeping up with your schedule. I've always felt like my timing was on its own schedule, not really following what people expect. I was always on track. I was never far away. I was intentional. So here I am, right in this moment, not just as a guest, but as the one who oversees the complete restoration you're looking for. You thought it might be too late. You thought the expiration date on some promises had already come and gone. I really need you to listen to me right now. Nothing that's yours has been lost in my prisons. What once felt out of reach hasn't disappeared. It's been kept safe. You glance to your left and right, looking for some reassurance that you're heading in the right direction, especially when you see how well others are doing. Your calling doesn't need to look like anyone else's to be valid. Just because someone else does it doesn't mean that's how you find your purpose. I didn't bring you up to just repeat what others say. I brought you up to let your voice be heard. That comparison you found yourself caught up in, the one that sneaks in and messes with your peace and clarity, isn't coming from me. It's a distraction, a counterfeit lens designed to distort your view of what I'm doing through you. It really makes you think about what I've already confirmed. It holds me back by sowing seeds of self-doubt in what I thought was a rich ground for growth. I want you to be free from it because I've crafted a story just for you that stands on its own without needing to take from anyone else's work. I've set you apart, not to keep you away, but to give you something special, something new, something fresh, something that can only come to life through your willingness to follow through. You were never meant to blend in. I've never reached out to you just to fit in. It's that awkward feeling you get when you're trying to be like someone else. That's your spirit rejecting what doesn't belong to you. I'm just giving you a little nudge to go back to the original, to find again what I put in you before comparison started to creep in. Hey, don't worry, you're not being overlooked. You're being prepared to handle something that others haven't experienced before. Since it hasn't been seen, you've just figured it has to be wrong. Just because something is different doesn't mean it's not qualified. It means selected. Pioneers take their own unique paths. They create connections where there used to be none. They take steps based on faith, even when they can't see clearly. They follow the rules when there's no applause around. So, that's you? I've put you on a journey where there might not be many footprints, but there will definitely be a lot of rewards. At first, people might not get you and may even question why you don't fit the mold like everyone else. Just don't bend. Don't hold back your voice just to make someone else feel comfortable. Don't edit your vision to make it look more like theirs. How about I help you find your way in the shadows they steer clear of? How about I share some directions that only those who are really in the know can appreciate? What you carry is pretty unique. Yeah, I get it. Sometimes the journey can feel a bit lonely. Just know that you're not by yourself in this. I walk with pioneers. I chat in wild places where most people wouldn't even think to go. I pour out oil in spots where the crowd just won't go. So, you've been wondering why your life doesn't seem to match up with theirs. I'm letting you know now because I didn't make yours look like theirs. I offered you with precision, with purpose, with anointing specific to your voice, your hands, your heart. They aren't able to do what you're meant to share. They just aren't ready to take the path I've laid out for you. Just stop changing your path to get approval from people who can't see what I've shared with you. Don't feel like you need to justify your loyalty to those who haven't been privy to our private conversations. Keep moving ahead, not to outdo anyone or show off, but to lead the way, to create a path, to go where others haven't yet ventured, so that someday others can follow the journey you're making with faith. This isn't really about being first. It's all about staying true. Look, I promise you, if you stop worrying about what everyone else is doing and focus on what I've given you, you'll start to notice some amazing things that comparison just can't bring about. I bless the original, breathe life into the surrendered, and multiply what was born from trust, not from imitation. You really don't need to follow their lead. You were never meant to be here. All you need to do is be mine. Amen.